Hello, world. Welcome to another episode of Weird Crime with Weird People. I'm CJ.
Kiki.
You're supposed to say I'm.
I am. I'm not into contractions right now.
Okay. We're going to move on from whatever you've got going on over there. Today, we're going to be talking about Donald Cline.
Not familiar with Don, I don't think. What's Don up to?
Some kind of gross stuff.
Ugh. I hate when weird and gross intersect, which is so
This
frequently.
one's kind of gross. He's kind of gross.
Yeah.
Donald Cline was born in the Indianapolis area in 1939.
Well, I do like Indianapolis, but I'm not a lover of the state in general.
Yeah, he actually lived in Zionsville, where I lived when I was a kid.
Okay. Well, Indianapolis is a great little city. Underrated. Very underrated.
I think so too. I loved Zionsville.
Yeah.
You
were
great
like
town.
2. And you were like, hell's yeah, we're whooping it up in Zionsville.
Okay, I was older than 2, and I have been back as an older
child.
Anyway, I really like the town. So I'm sad this happens there.
Museums there.
Oh my God. You slept too much last night. You're very sassy today.
Anyway.
He grows up in the Indianapolis area. He goes to IU for his undergrad.
Oh, yeah.
And he goes to IU for his med school as well.
Okay, so he's a doctor.
He's a doctor. Yeah.
Dr. Don.
Yeah. You can say that, sure.
Sure.
He does 2 years in the Air Force.
Okay.
And then comes back and settles in Zionsville, like we talked about.
Yeah.
In 1963, I don't think he was a doctor yet at this point. I think he was still in med school. I'm not 100% on that.
Sure.
I'm guessing on the dates. There's not a ton of like hard, fast dates that you can really find. There's not like
a chronological line that you can follow?
Not until a certain point.
Okay.
And we're not at that point yet.
Okay.
But in 1963, he was out for a drive. And a child darted out between 2 parked cars into the road, and he hit the child.
Oh, crap.
And the child died.
Oh, God.
He later said that this event changed his life.
I could see where it would.
And he got hyper religious afterwards.
Okay. Oof.
He found God, quote unquote.
Yeah, sure.
Got really involved in the church, eventually became a church elder. As he got older, he got married and had 4 children. He and his wife would do marriage counseling in the church. And in 1979, he opened his own fertility clinic.
Okay.
So his specialization was OBGYN.
Okay, that's what I was just going to ask.
Yeah. So he was an OBGYN and specialized in infertility. And he was working in infertility prior to 1979, but in 1979, he opened his own clinic.
Okay.
In this Indianapolis area.
Yeah, that's exactly what I was going to ask.
Yeah. He worked as an OBGYN and fertility specialist until he retired in 2009.
Good gravy.
And that's the whole story.
Okay, well, let's go then.
Yeah, we're done.
All right, bye-bye now. So I'm guessing he did something gross.
He did.
And weird.
He did, yeah.
And it was a crime.
You'll find out if it was a crime or not.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
I like this.
Really depends on how you want to look at it.
It was not a crime he could be like charged for?
We're not there yet.
Okay.
You're jumping the gun.
All right.
You're jumping the gun.
Yeah, I've gotten excited about the grossness to come.
Yep. Before 1985.
Okay.
If you needed to or wanted to be artificially inseminated, like you had fertility issues and you had to do artificial insemination, you had to use fresh sperm. It had to
it couldn't be frozen.
It could not be frozen. Okay. That was not part of the technology at that point.
Okay.
So it had to be placed inside of the woman within an hour of ejaculation.
Okay.
It wasn't until later in the 80s that they figured out how to do frozen sperm and cryobanks came along.
Okay. So I literally know nothing about this topic at all.
Yeah, I know a little bit more than I did before this. So as I said, Dr. Cline is an infertility specialist.
And he has been since before 1979.
Yes, that's correct.
Okay.
Yes.
So he's been doing this a while.
He's been doing this a while. That just happened to be the year he opened his own clinic.
Yep.
But yes, he's been doing this a while.
Okay.
He was actually very accomplished in his field. He was one of the first surgeons to use the laparoscopic surgical technique. He spoke at conferences quite literally around the world.
Okay.
So he was actually quite good at what he did.
So you want to be like, high five, Dr. Don.
Yeah, and a lot of people were.
Yeah.
A lot of people thought highly of him. He was very regarded in his community. Very much so.
This seems to be the way it goes. All right. I'm getting ready.
Yeah, a little bit. His personality kind of depended on who you asked. One of the people he worked with in his office that was interviewed during the Netflix documentary on this case, which is called Our Father, referred to him as a doctor's doctor. The nurse that was interviewed said he was very professional at work, but it was not like a friendship environment.
Sure.
It was also said by another person that was interviewed that he was the type that always had to be right.
Okay, not surprised by any of this.
Yeah. So this woman who was interviewed, even though she certainly would have been regarded as the subject matter expert of her field, he often told her how to do her job. He's that kind of guy.
Yeah.
So, take his personality as you will, I guess.
Yeah, I mean, and the time was kind of...
Yes. This is all, we're talking 70s and 80s.
Yeah. It was sort of, dudes were incubated that way.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah.
During this time of the 70s to 80s, he was absolutely the go-to guy in the Indianapolis area for fertility issues. Absolutely, hands down.
I thought you were going to say like the Midwest or the nation.
No, I mean, he did have a big reach. Like I said, he spoke all over the world, but you have to think about the fact that at this time, there had to be immediate insemination. So, I mean, you could travel to him, sure, but it was really more local based.
Okay.
This kind of treatment in general was more localized.
Okay. But I was just thinking like as a professional, like you would be like, hey, hubby, get in the car with me. We're headed to Indy because this guy's the dude.
Yeah. I mean, the way that it all unfolds, it's certainly what he did very locally.
Okay.
So because there was not cryobanks at this time.
Sure.
And because he did focus in fertility related issues and artificial insemination, couples would come to him with issues, whatever. And if a donor was needed, if it was a male infertility issue, he had a notebook in his office of donor options. They were almost all residents from the hospital.
I mean, that's kind of you, but
Why?
I get it.
Why?
I don't know. It just seemed like, hey, hold on. I'm going to call over to the cardiac place where the resident over there, hold on. He can be over at what time? Show up.
Yeah. I mean, obviously, like if this is in anything we ever did, we would have the luxury of not having to do it this way.
Yeah. Like it's just kind of.
And to be clear, the women didn't know. They picked from the book, but this is anonymous. The book is anonymous. They don't know who the donor is. Just
so
to be
he's
clear.
not like, let me get my notebook of residents.
No, he's not phrasing it that way. Yes, that's what's happening.
Okay.
But it's anonymous.
Yeah.
What he said, the way that he would do this was he would match the donor blood type with the father.
Okay.
And also the father or the husband's physical characteristics with a resident.
Okay.
And he would pick that way.
Yeah.
Or they would pick that way. He would make his recommendation that way.
Would be the information he would provide.
Yes, that's correct. That's correct. As I said, he did this until he retired in 2009. And if it were not for the advent of ancestry sites, that would have literally been the entire story. That would have been the whole thing.
I feel like these things, DNA, ancestry, it has really moved into a lot of different industries as game changing.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Absolutely. Like, yeah, you can think all you want that nobody's going to know about XYZ, but you're just wrong.
Yeah.
You were just wrong back then.
Yeah.
There's no way for you to know that.
Absolutely not.
But
Yeah.
What changes in Dr. Cline's life is a woman named Jacoba Ballard.
What's her name?
Jacoba Ballard.
Okay.
She was born into a family using a sperm donor.
Okay.
And she knew to an extent because she looked different, right? Her family's dark hair, dark eyes. She's blonde hair, blue eyes. So when she was a kid, she used to be like, if I'm adopted, it's okay. Like,
Yeah.
just tell me. It's fine. It's
Yeah.
not a problem. And they eventually had the conversation with her that her father could not have children.
Mm-hmm.
And so she was conceived using a donor. When she gets this information, her parents tell her the doctor that did it.
Yeah.
Right? And she reaches out to him. And she wants to find out who her donor was.
Yeah,
Right. Yes,
right, yeah.
exactly. She's looking to get this side of her history.
Sure.
And he tells her that he cannot give her any of that. That she's never going to know that. Those records are long gone. And he just can't give her that.
And Don was her doctor. Dr.
Yes,
Don was
Dr.
her
Cline.
doctor. Yeah.
I'm sorry.
Dr. Don.
Yes.
That's what he prefers because he's very professional.
Yes. Dr. Cline is her doctor.
Yeah.
She talks to him. He says, no go.
Yeah. No
And
can-do's, little girl.
At that time, she puts it away.
Yeah.
Later down the line, she hears about 23andMe.
Yeah.
So in 2013, she submits her DNA to 23andMe. This is still pretty early in all of this. So it's not until 2014 she actually gets her results.
Oh, okay.
And when she gets her results,
Oh, no.
it says that she has 7 half siblings. Now, they were told, every woman who had this procedure done with Dr. Cline and the residents were told that no resident was used more than 3 times because you worry in such a small area.
Right. Absolutely. This is one of the questions I was going to have.
Yes. Yes. So Jacoba's like, well, something's weird here because there are 8 of us now. And no one was supposed to be used more than 3 times.
So if you say 3 times, so what if I'm someone who goes to him?
No, 3. I see where you're going. 3 women.
Yeah.
3
right.
women,
So the
3
woman,
successful pregnancies.
Right. But what if I get a successful pregnancy with him and I say I want a second, but I want the same donor?
That I think would be fine. I think they mean 3 different families.
Okay,
is my
but
interpretation.
You could get multiple half siblings that way. You could get the 8.
Yes, but they were. You could see on the 23andMe
I'm just confirming.
Yes,
yeah.
They're not. They're 8 individual, not family.
Yeah. Okay.
So she reaches out. They reach out to each other. And talk to each other, and they start to try to figure out who their biological father is. They figure out that they all had this same experience. All of their mothers went to Dr. Cline and had donors, and so they know he's the common factor, but he has said, I can't give you any information. So they start to develop their own family tree. Like they do genetic genealogy before genetic genealogy is a thing.
Yeah, yeah.
Through that, they find that the DNA leads them, of the donor, leads them to Dr. Cline's mother's maiden side.
Oh, boy.
And they had sort of joked in the process of figuring this out, like, what if it's the doctor? Ha, ha, ha.
Gross.
So when they figure out that it is, they are kind of crushed. I mean, really crushed. They sort of knew... Like is in the back of their heads, right through this family tree. But when it gets confirmed this way, it was they definitely took it hard.
Yeah. I'm not sure how I feel about this. Like, look, I know where this is headed, but right now we're talking about 8 half siblings.
Yep.
He's a specialist. He's been doing this. Couldn't get a donor there in a timely manner. Used his own. It's just 8 over the course of time. Like at that point, I don't know that I would be like crushed. I might be like, ooh.
Yeah. Maybe some of them were more ooh. Jacoba especially was pretty upset.
Yeah.
And her mother was pretty upset. And the way you have to look at it, the way that these women looked at it,
sure,
is what he would do is he would take the women back, get them set up for insemination. So on the table with the legs in the stirrups, pants off, paper covering the legs.
Yeah.
Get them all set up. He would leave to go get the donor sperm. But what he would actually do is go jerk off in his office.
Yeah. But prior to 1985, isn't that what they all did?
What they're saying is it felt like a violation. He is going specifically jerking off, coming back still in that haze of climax and inseminating them. And to these women who did not choose him, and would not have chosen him. This felt like a sexual violation.
Yes, I totally agree 100%. But I just am also kind of like, that's what the residents did too. They weren't also your doctor, so I get it. I get that part is extra yucky.
Yeah. I understand what you're saying.
Yeah.
You're not wrong in what you're saying.
I'm saying it's super gross anyway, and all of the things. I get where these women are coming from, not in any way suggesting they should have felt different. I just feel like it's kind of icky no matter what. Prior to 1985.
It is, because it's not your partner, it's a stranger.
Yeah. And it's them jerking off and within the hour of him inseminating you. Like, ew.
Right. I agree with what you're saying. You're not wrong. But this is not the person they chose.
Right. Understood.
So they now have a child by someone they did not choose a child.
Totally get it. Totally get it.
Yeah.
And after anything that happens after 1985 is horrifying.
Yeah.
But they're kind of choosing an icky method anyway prior to then. And then, yes, I get it. That's not the person they chose. And that is like a professional, humongous no-no.
Huge.
Yeah.
And I mean, they felt very violated.
Sure. Totally get it. I'm just saying it was kind of gross no matter what.
When the siblings figured this out, Jacoba went and filed a complaint against Dr. Cline to the Indiana Attorney General.
Good for her.
The Indiana Attorney General did not respond to her.
Not surprised.
So she started to reach out to the media.
Good for her.
At the local and national level.
Yeah, right on. Good for her.
Nobody picked it up.
Really?
She eventually realized that there was one reporter she had not reached out to. The woman's name was Angela Ganote.
No news is good news without Gary Ganoes. That is the Great Space Coaster.
Oh, I know you've said it a bunch before.
Which is like a cartoon. I'm going to use the word cartoon loosely. Like a cartoon variety show, sort of, from like the late 70s, early 80s, maybe. Gary Gnu. I think he was a puppet, but he was a GNU.
That was the type of alien?
No, it's an animal. GNU, a GNU.
I've never heard of that animal before. Hold on.
Oh, my goodness. He's a GNU. It kind of looks like a goat.
Oh, shit. It looks like a wildebeest.
Okay, well, he was a small GNU.
Okay.
I was also a small child.
Oh, he did the news? This animal did the news?
Yeah, Gary GNU. No news is good news without Gary GNUs.
Oh, I would love to. Okay, I want to watch that. So
okay, Great Space Coaster is a weird show.
Well, I want to watch it.
Yeah.
I think, anyway.
What was her name? Angela
Ganote.
Ganote. So close.
Ganote.
No news is good news without Angela Ganote.
Angela is intrigued by this story and she does pick it up.
I cannot believe, particularly, like maybe local or like, I don't want to get involved in this, or like, I don't care. I've got some other stupid shit going on. But national, an investigative journalist should be like, what?
I want to dig into this more.
This is interesting.
That's definitely how she felt.
Yeah, good for her.
So she calls Dr. Cline.
Ooh.
And she asks him about this. And he categorically denies that he is the father of any of these children. And she asks, well, do you want to look at the DNA evidence? Or do you want to submit a DNA sample? He denies.
So did any of his immediate family, like him or his kids, were they on there for them to be able to like link up to?
No, they didn't track him that way.
Okay, so right now it's just assuming that their genetic genealogy is accurate.
Yes.
Okay, so they could easily be like, they don't know what they're doing.
Yes. So he denies it, and he says, again, only residents were used and no more than 3 times.
I feel like he's really going to get busted here.
Oh, he is.
Yeah. I mean, you can't lie your way out of DNA.
No. Angela airs a story about this, but she doesn't use his name. Okay. Because at this point,
oh no,
you kind of can't really.
Yeah.
You don't actually have that DNA. So she doesn't use his name, but she does air the story.
Yeah. Which basically just says like a local doctor.
Yes. Yep.
Okay.
That's right. One of the siblings reaches out to the adult Cline children and grandchildren to ask, have any of you donated sperm? And Dr. Cline's son, because he has 4 children, his son replies and agrees to meet with Jacoba and some of the half siblings.
Okay.
So they do. They meet at Jacoba's church because she's kind of starting to feel uneasy. And what the son tells them is that Dr. Cline has admitted to being their biological father.
So he's admitted to the family that he is not, I mean, his own family.
Yes.
Yeah.
He says he only used his sperm when he did not have a donor, and that there were no more than 10 siblings.
Oh, no.
This is categorically untrue. Patients would come in with their spouse's sperm for the insemination. He would take it, not use it, and then use his own sperm.
Yeah, that's what I thought. That was another one of the questions I had. I was pretty sure that this was not just people who were like, let me pick out of the notebook. It was...
That's correct.
Yeah.
It was when this started, those were the people who figured it out, who got on these ancestry sites and figured this out.
So the first, this first group, these were all people that went for legitimate donors.
To the best of my knowledge.
Okay.
Yes.
Okay.
But that very quickly becomes a lie.
Yeah.
One of these children that was ostensibly the offspring of her mother and her father via insemination is watching a news broadcast about this, and she reaches out to Jacoba and she talks to Jacoba, and then she is sort of convinced to do her own DNA test.
So she had, even though her parents are like, no, it's us.
Yeah.
Duh. What's wrong with you? She was like,
yeah,
something feels weird.
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah. So she reached out and talked to her because she's like, I look like her. We have features in common.
Of Jacoba.
This was the fertility doctor my parents saw.
Oh, boy.
So she did end up doing the DNA test, and they found out that way that who everyone thought was her father was not her father.
I'm sure her parents were
devastated.
I mean, dude's got fragile egos no matter.
The mother spoke in this documentary.
It's essentially rape.
That's exactly what all of the women feel like it is.
Yeah.
And the mother spoke in the documentary, the father didn't. But she said that what her husband said when he was told was that this man has taken everything from me.
Yeah.
So numerous families went through that experience. This was one, but they were not the only one by any stretch.
Yeah. I mean, it's a ridiculous number, right?
You will find out, yes.
That's what I thought.
Yeah. 6 of the siblings then arranged to meet in person with Dr. Cline.
The half-siblings.
The half-siblings, yes.
Yeah, okay.
He shows up.
Yeah.
He comes armed.
Oh, my God.
Yeah, he literally shows up to these meetings that happen now and in the future wearing a gun.
How old is he at this point?
By now, he is going to be in his 70s to late 70s. Yeah. I think when all this is said and done, I think he's 80. So he's in his late 70s.
I'm getting the vision of the old white guy that shoots the person that comes to the wrong door.
I would go with that vision.
Of him.
I would go with that vision.
That is the vision in my head.
Yes. He's in his late 70s. He's a little overweight. He's got real white hair. And he always has the gun on his hip.
Sweet Lord.
He shows up to the meeting. He starts to talk to the children, and he asks them all, what's your name, about them and what they do, what your profession is. And he's taking notes.
Oh, he's going to come back and say you're smart and successful because I'm your dad.
He doesn't say that, but the kids say they felt like he was ranking them.
Oh my God.
That was how they felt based on this interaction.
This dude is crazy.
He told them again, he only used his own sperm because he felt like the mothers were desperate for a child and he was trying to help them. And this time he says there will be no more than 15 siblings.
Okay, sure. This number keeps jumping.
Yes. And he quotes a Bible verse to them. It's Jeremiah 1:5. And it's, before I formed you in your mother's womb, I knew you.
I would also like to quote someone. I would like to quote the godfather of soul.
Okay.
James Brown. I do not know karate, but I do know crazy. And this man is fucking crazy.
That was pretty good.
I'm just saying.
That was pretty good.
I'm just saying.
Yeah. All of the siblings who were at this meeting pretty much agree when he states this quote, this Bible passage. They were like, this was calculated. He knew exactly what he was doing.
We really need to get Ganote on the phone.
Yes. He would some of the families he knew for a while. They had been trying to get pregnant for a while, or he was their OBGYN prior to this. So he would literally go visit these kids after they were born.
Ew.
For one of these, at least one, I don't know if there were more. I'm sure it's entirely possible in this area, but for at least one woman who spoke in the documentary, who was his child, and she did not know that, obviously, he would later be her OBGYN and fertility specialist.
Ew.
She felt massively violated, as you can imagine.
Yeah. Ew.
Yeah. She's like, if I would never choose to have a direct relative be my GYN.
No, gross.
Yeah. The people working in his office had no idea he was doing this the whole time.
I mean, I believe that.
Yeah. Why would you?
Like, he's so holier than thou, but also like so clearly knows this is gross and wrong.
Absolutely. I mean,
it's weird.
He did. Yes.
The dichotomy that you could think both those things, like you're this great thing making them so great that you can then go back and rank them. And also how fucking horrible you are that you are so clearly hiding this gross and nasty and horrible thing that you're doing.
Yeah, like I'm doing this to help these women because they're so desperate, but I have to hide it and no one can ever know.
I'm the greatest thing on earth, but I'm also a rapist.
Yes.
Ew.
Yes.
Ew.
Dr. Cline, as you can imagine, was not excited for this to be exposed.
No. I mean, he's been hiding it for like 40 years or something.
Yeah. So he would threaten to sue them. He would call Jacoba and try to get her to get Angela to leave the story alone. And he said, like, if this comes out, it's going to ruin my marriage of 57 years. And he literally said that it was Jacoba's fault that all this was happening.
Yeah,
and
that sounds just like the white guy that shoots the person that comes to the wrong door.
Yeah.
I mean, get over yourself, big boy.
Yeah. At this point, the AG had still not compelled a DNA sample from him. Jacoba tried to reach out to them again. They again did not get back to her. More siblings continue to pop up via Ancestry. So we're at 20 and then 40 and then 50.
Oh my God. Because now people in that area are like, even if you are pretty sure everything's cool, you're freaking getting it just to make sure. If anyone in your family went to that doctor, I'd be like getting on the DNA site.
Yeah. And that's what Angela says at one point in the documentary. Even if your parents didn't see him for this specific reason, if your parents were ever a patient of his, you should get your DNA checked.
Yeah.
That's what she said.
I'm with her.
The majority of these children are all known to live within a 25-mile radius of each other.
Yeah, this is icky.
Sarah Zhang wrote for The Atlantic, quote, White, who's one of the children, went to Purdue at the same time as one of his half-brothers. One sibling sold another a wagon at a garage sale. Two of them lived on the same street. Two had kids on the same softball team.
Oh, God, I thought you were going to say two had kids.
No, what she's quoted as saying next is they're worried their children are getting old enough to date soon.
Of course.
So everyone involved in this is like, this is bad.
Yeah.
At this point of all of the matches that have been found, no one has had any intimate relations or dated or anything. But one of the siblings is like, it's bound to happen at some point.
Totally inevitable.
And she said she has children, and she said it's just now they're getting to the age where they can start dating, and you have to have these conversations with them because you don't know. They could legitimately be related to people that they may date and have no idea.
Yeah.
Because
I mean, that's the grossness of this, right? Like I'm not trying to say like you're the product of this really gross thing. Like the grossness of this is what he is doing to the gene pool.
Yes. I think there's to me, there's sort of two things here that are very, very gross. One is I did not choose you to be the father of my child.
Absolutely.
And that is absolutely unacceptable.
Yeah.
And two, what are you doing to the gene pool? This is literally why you're telling these people that no donor is used more than 3 times. You're a fertility specialist. You know damn well what you are doing.
Oh, exactly my point with this dude.
Yeah. Yeah. You know what you're doing.
Yeah.
Angela tells him that she's going to move forward with a follow-up story, and this time she's going to use his name. So he agrees to meet with her.
God, I'm surprised he didn't try to murder her, and we're not actually in like murder crime right now.
Yeah, this show is not murder shows. There is no murder here.
Yeah. It seems like this is the crazy ass white dude would do.
Oh, he shows up at the restaurant for their meeting, once again, armed.
Yeah. Ew.
Not visually. He's got it under his sweatshirt this time. The last time it was actually visible, but she can see the bulge, and he asks her if guns are allowed in the restaurant.
This guy is a jackass.
This guy's a jackass. He, again, sort of begs her not to run the story and pleads for his marriage, and it'll hurt the church and all this stuff.
You should have thought about that.
Yeah, I don't know what to tell you.
You fucking deviant?
Yeah.
Ugh.
Jacoba continues to do more research into Cline because he's really, really pushing her to stop talking about this. He's calling her and asking her over and over again to stop talking about this, and she's getting mad.
The more he asked me to stop, the more I would be like, there's more that I don't know.
That's exactly how she felt. So she continued to research him. She's actually the one who discovered the car accident from 1963. She also started looking on Facebook at all of the people who were mentioned in the back and forth between her and the Attorney General's office. So there is some back and forth, and there is back and forth more so, I should say, between the Attorney General's office and Angela Goodnote.
Sure, yeah.
Who is letting her into all this. So she is getting names of people involved in the Attorney General's office, and she is looking at them on Facebook, like who these people are.
In terms of getting involved from like a legal standpoint, or getting involved as people that may be other siblings?
No, from a legal standpoint.
Okay.
Because what was going on with the AG's office in the background right now is that they had reached out to Dr. Cline, basically for comment. And what he writes back to the AG is, quote, "I can emphatically say that at no time did I ever use my own sample for insemination, nor was I a donor at Fullest Laboratories," which eventually becomes a cryobank.
Okay.
Later in time. He's, no, I didn't do this. And he tells them again, the donors were medical residents. They were used no more than 3 times.
And he's still saying this even though he's had meetings with the siblings and said otherwise.
It's hard to say the timeline of what happens with on the AG side. But this is what he says to them.
Yeah.
And there's still no DNA. And he says to the AG, these people are not telling the truth, and I'm going to sue them for libel.
Okay.
Lander.
Slibel.
What the fuck just happened?
I don't know, dude. Something's taking a turn this afternoon in the podcast room.
For libel.
Sure.
/ slander.
Sure.
Jacoba, through this research, figures out that Jeremiah passage I referred to earlier is a sort of integral part of the Quiverful movement. Do you know what that is?
No, God, no.
Okay. The Quiverful movement is
if it's anything to do with religion, I don't ever know.
It's associated with the fundamentalist Christian movement.
Ugh.
And what it is the belief that women should have as many children as possible to put more people in the world that believe in the fundamentalist Christian movement. It's a very patriarchal society.
Gross.
And women are very much...
Is this like a Duggar situation?
Yes, that is how mainstream society learned of this movement.
Ugh, gross.
So Jacoba's kind of wondering if that's his motivation, right? He got ultra religious.
Right. I forgot he was all religious.
Yeah. So she's sort of like, well, this quote is associated with this movement. I wonder if that's the motivation.
Yeah.
All he is ever going to say is he felt that he was helping women who were desperate to have children. That's all he's ever going to say about this.
Yeah. I mean, that's one thing if it's a handful and it's because they requested a donor. It's a whole nother when they brought their partner's sperm in and you fucking threw it out.
Yeah. And used your own instead.
Ew.
Yeah. Yeah. And that's all proof. That can be proven that you did that. So that's the only reason he will ever give. And it's not true.
Yeah. Gross.
Eventually, Angela, who is truly a hero in this story, puts enough pressure on the AG and on the Marion County prosecutor that the Marion County prosecutor follows up with her.
Okay.
You know, earlier you were saying it's something that's a crime.
Yes.
Right?
Right.
At this time, it's not. And that's the problem that they run into.
So when you say at this time, at the time this all came about, and so now there's been some changes?
Yes.
Okay. So it would be now, but it wasn't then.
It would be now if you are in a certain subset of states.
Oh, well, of course.
There is no federal anything about this.
Sure. Shocking.
Yeah, I mean, we just overturned Roe versus Wade. Do you really think we're doing anything about this issue?
We love super gross and rapey things.
Absolutely.
Right now, as a country.
That is our country's vibe right now.
Yeah. This
did not meet the legal definition of rape. It did not meet the legal definition of battery.
What about the ones where you brought in my husband's and you switched it out?
It's still not legally speaking rape. That's still legally speaking, criminal speaking, not a crime.
There wasn't anything we could wiggle into there.
Not in those categories of charges, no.
But in other categories?
What they figure out, and by they I of course mean Angela, because she's a true hero.
Yeah.
What she figures out is that Donald Cline put in writing to the AG that he was not the father of these children. And so she went back to the AG and we're like, put it in writing to you, put it in writing to me. It's not true.
Yeah.
So the Marion County prosecutor decides to pursue that. And they compel DNA from him as part of this investigation.
Okay.
That DNA, at least with Jacoba, I don't actually know how many of these children that they tested it against, but I know for sure they tested against Jacoba. And it proves that he is the father of Jacoba.
Okay.
And her DNA proves she is the half sibling of all of these other people.
Yeah.
So what they're able to do at this point is charge him with 2 felony counts of obstruction of justice.
Okay. I feel like there had to be like some paperwork signed that said X is the donor or X is the mom, Y is the donor, and I'm your doctor and I'm going to do this and everybody agrees, and that would be like a breach of contract.
I'm sure that is true, but by this time, these medical records are all gone. You only have to, I don't know about present day. I do not know about present day. When all of this is going on, because the AG addresses that with him, and he said medical records only had to be kept 7 years.
Yeah, and I'm not keeping them a day longer, a second longer. The day the clock strikes 7 years, they're putting them in the fire.
Out of here. Yeah. I am sure that happened.
Yeah.
But those records are long gone. Yeah.
And so when is it?
We are into 2017 now.
Okay. And Jacoba started this whole thing
in 2014.
That's okay. All right.
So he's charged. He decides not to go to trial. At trial, more stuff's going to come out, right?
Oh my God. Yeah.
So he doesn't want that.
No.
So he decides to plead guilty to these 2 counts.
Yeah.
Jacoba is allowed to give a victim impact statement because she's one of the first ones who brings these charges. What she's supposed to do is keep her victim impact statement specifically about charges at hand, essentially.
Well, I would just say this story is all about not what you're supposed to do.
Yeah. So the prosecutor that actually prosecuted this case is also interviewed. And he said, we went through this, we redlined stuff. We said, you can say this, you can't say that. She just threw it all out the window.
Yeah, good for her.
She said whatever the fuck she wanted to say. But it seemed to piss off the judge who had to keep stopping her.
Yeah. Life's hard.
The prosecution asked that these charges remain felonies and that Cline get jail time. That's what they were seeking. A lot of members, I think it ended up being 11 in total, if I remember correctly, of the community, including a prosecutor in another county, wrote letters on behalf of Dr. Cline.
I'm sure. I hate this character shit.
Yeah.
Yeah, he was a great guy to you, but he didn't steal your daughter or your son right out from under you as their father. Are you fucking kidding me?
Yeah. And the prosecutor in another county actually had children via this way with his wife. So I was like, bro, and he had 3 kids. Like, I don't know if you did a DNA test or not. I don't know if I honestly don't know if you care. A donor is a donor to you. I don't know. I don't know the history on his side, but brother, you might want to have a DNA test done instead of writing a letter on his behalf.
Yeah.
He, Dr. Cline, asks for mercy, as you can imagine, to the judge. And the judge genuinely seemed incredibly sympathetic towards him. This is a female judge before you even think anything else.
Well, yeah, I definitely thought it was a dude. Yeah. But I am just like, fuck you to all these people.
Yeah. She said that she felt like he was already rehabilitated.
Oh my God. Are you fucking kidding me with his sidearm and his fucking lies and bullshit?
Yep. She was quoted as saying, no matter what happens with the sentencing, the people that love you are going to continue to love you.
This is why I don't like the Midwest. And I'm from there.
No, you.
This is such bullshit.
In total, she did not give him any jail time. She did keep the felonies, but she gave him a $500 fine, and that is all. His medical license, which had already expired because by this time he was 8 years retired.
He's 800 years old.
It was revoked. And that is all. That's all the punishment.
Oh my
Criminally.
God.
That's all the punishment criminally.
Okay.
Since then, he has paid out over $1 million in civil lawsuits. And
Thank you, Lord.
There are at least 3 more civil lawsuits still pending against him.
I applaud our Lord and Savior, Rolly Christ.
Yes.
Because she ain't putting up with this shit.
No. The civil, I really, you know, when we talk about this kind of stuff, I'm always more pulled or feel drawn towards the criminal side of law.
Absolutely.
Right? But I'm telling you right now, it's the civil side of law where you get shit done.
I know, but I want someone to feel the pain I felt.
That's how they feel too. That's how these people feel too.
And that's how I feel like with that judge. And if I'd have been reading that statement, if I was her, I would be like, put yourself in my shoes.
Yeah.
Or this person's shoes who thought, and this family who thought they were the ones that were their parents.
Yeah.
Are you kidding me?
Yeah.
Like they had to drag me out of there screaming and trying to
They
run somebody over with a killdozer. Like, I just, are you kidding?
You would have been held in contempt and taken to jail, and I would have been like, I'm proud to go bail her out right now. Proud.
I mean,
Yeah, it was bad.
Oh, these people.
There's another aspect to the story we haven't really talked about, and that is that Dr. Cline always insisted that the babies born from his sperm were healthy. And that is not true either. Dr. Cline has autoimmune disorders. His particular one is rheumatoid arthritis. This fact alone would have excluded him from ever being a sperm donor in a cryobank. All of his offspring have various autoimmune disorders, and some of them have been very sick throughout their life.
Yeah. So how long did he's not alive, right? Is he still alive? Is this jackass still alive?
Let me see.
I want his wife to have divorced him. And
she did not.
Oh, well, I knew she wouldn't because she's been with this horrible person for 57 years.
He is still alive. He's 87. Do you want to know what his wife has said about this?
She doesn't believe a word of it.
As you have figured out, he blames primarily Jacoba for this, but all of the children, and he just laments how they have really wrecked his life. What his wife said was...
They should be so lucky to have him as a father.
No, she said, quote, it's just that one woman who's upset she has a life.
Sure.
Referring to Jacoba.
Dumb. Yeah. So what I wanted to happen was it to be like, this ruined his life, and then he crawled in a corner and died of something.
That's not what happened. He still has a lot of community support. He's still alive. His wife is still with him.
I hate this. The people I know like this are all from the Midwest. They are not, I'm not saying Midwest people because I'm from the Midwest, but I do know a handful of people that are just really horrible people, and they just have some of the best luck.
Yeah.
And they get away with some of the biggest bullshit that I've ever seen in my life. And maybe it's just because I spent a lot of years there, but not the majority of my years.
Not at this point of your life, not the majority.
But man, there's just a handful that have really kind of the bad apples for me in this place, where they're just horrible people that are like intellectually stunted from the rest of an open-minded, progressive world and just have the best damn luck. Well, I hope it took all his damn money at least.
Yeah, you can't really find a lot of information about that, but I can tell you he's he's over $1 million in the hole from what he had before.
If he doesn't have that money, then it doesn't matter.
Well, I mean,
right?
let's look at it this way. He was born in 1938. He lived in the same town his whole life. He was a doctor starting in his 20s. He probably bought a house for really inexpensive. He probably still lives in that house. He probably had plenty of money. I'm not saying that's what happened, but I'm saying that is something you see in that age group, right? They bought a house in 1970 for $50,000 and they never moved out of it.
Yeah.
He was a successful doctor his entire career. I mean, medical school didn't cost $100,000 or $200,000 at the time he went through it.
Yeah, I just want karma to really exact what you put out there right back on you.
Dr. Cline did this to women from 1974 to 1987. In 2022...
That was less years than I would have guessed.
Yeah. Well, after that, cryobanks.
Yeah.
He could have still obviously gotten away with it because he's literally taking people's samples and throwing them out.
Yeah,
so he still could have gotten away with it.
Made?
But for whatever reason,
too much paperwork
at this point
that he couldn't just get rid of.
Yeah, right. Because now cryobanks are involved. Right.
Someone else is involved.
At this point, the youngest sibling I think is 1987 that they have found.
Okay.
As he said, there would be no more than 15 siblings,
and by that he meant 1,500.
As of 2022, there were 94 siblings.
Well, that's better than I thought. I was afraid it was going to be like 300 or 400.
There's 94 primarily within a 25-mile square radius.
Do they think that they have identified them all?
I don't know the answer to that.
Yeah.
I don't know. If I had to guess, I think they don't think they have.
Yeah. How would you, right?
Yeah. If there have been additional siblings identified since 2022, it was not a news article that I could find anywhere. Yeah. There's not been.
I need Angela to go back and update.
Yeah, I need Angela to do an update.
I need a second edition.
Yeah. Right now, that's the number. It could be more than that. It could be, and it just hasn't been mentioned.
I just I would move. Because I would be horrified.
Yeah, you fucking would have to move.
Yeah.
In 2018, Jacoba and some of the parents and siblings got together and pushed for Indiana to pass a law to make illicit donor insemination illegal. And they were successful in that.
Okay, good.
Since then, Arizona, Arkansas, California, Colorado, Florida, Iowa, Texas, and Utah have all passed similar legislation.
That's not very many.
It's not.
I was doing the 50 Nifty United States song while you went through that. And there are a lot of states missing.
There's a lot of states missing. There are a list of states that are pending. It's probably about the same number. The state we live in is not in it.
Yeah. Shocking.
Our neighboring states are not in it.
Shocking.
But I didn't include them because it's pending. It's not passed. And as you pointed out earlier, we're not living in an environment right now that's going to pass that.
We're frat boy rapey land these days.
Yeah. Yeah. And in the United States, forget it. We're moving in the opposite direction.
Yeah.
Currently, there are no federal laws addressing this.
Yeah. No surprise there.
At-home DNA testing, since this has come out, has led to the discovery of 44 more doctors that have done this to their patients.
This is horrifying. Is it all in this? I mean, are any of these recent? These doctors?
I didn't delve into that. Okay. There was so much with him.
Oh,
that
yeah, sure.
Because
I'm wondering, is this back when it was before the cryobanks, or is this something that really is still on?
I don't know. I mean, I am curious about that. I feel like this topic is so interesting to me that I definitely could have really spiral on it really bad.
Sure.
But as we've talked about on this podcast before, I do my research at work primarily. And by the time I was done with this, I had a massive fucking headache. And I was like, I can't look at this topic anymore right now.
Well, and we do a short podcast, so.
And we do a short podcast, and I think I could do an entire break-off podcast that's literally just this topic. I mean, I think I feel about this topic how you feel about the zoning laws and the killdozer.
I mean, I'm understanding more how this man feels.
Yeah, if there were books on this, I need to get you the Killdozer book still. But
I keep forgetting about it.
I do, me too. Yeah. If there were books on this, I'd read them. I would love to know more about these additional doctors. I don't know what your thoughts are. Actually, let me ask. Okay, what are your thoughts on why he did this?
Because he thought he was the greatest thing ever. And why would people not want that? This was part of the question that I was asking, were people coming from far away? It was more not about the gene pool or whatever. It was about his popularity as a doctor. It was about what did this man think of himself? Was he thinking, I am, the lead doc in this, and you can only benefit from me doing this?
I think he absolutely thought that about himself.
Right? I think this was a malignant, narcissistic, still to this day with the bullshit after it all came out. That all sounds like a major personality disorder to me.
He absolutely never for one iota of a second expressed any regret or any, not even
Like, he did you all a favor is what he thinks.
exactly.
It's fucking sick.
Exactly. I wonder when it came to the women who were providing spousal sperm, how he decided, okay, this guy,
he thought he was better than them, right?
Yeah, that's what I think too.
He has to be like, oh my God, why would you want that guy to be the father of your child? Look at him. He's a nutnik.
Yeah. It's just
so great. Let me just help you.
It's just weird because he did this to a family who he met while he was in the Air Force who are fellow doctors. And matter of fact, the husband had helped him get medicine for his rheumatoid arthritis. Yeah. And he still did this to them, which you would think he would see them as on his level. And I'm using air quotes.
Yeah.
But
no, not when you're the best.
Yeah.
No one's on your level. Are you kidding me?
That's true. That's true. You're right. So that's Dr. Cline. And that's the story of what he did.
I need better endings like the Killdozer where nobody really gets hurt, but the guy exacts his revenge.
I think you just really like the Killdozer. Because
I'm just kidding. Like, the guy was a nudnik for reals, and someone did get hurt himself.
Yeah.
So he made his life way harder than it needs to be, but.
Yeah. And he financially destroyed people. And
yeah. I mean, ew. So it's strictly a joke, but I can at least
But you can make jokes. And this one, you can't make jokes. This is not, there's nothing to joke about here. This is hideous.
Yeah. I can see this guy, and this person makes me angry to a level that I can hardly contain myself.
I feel your feelings.
Yeah.
I feel your feelings.
Yeah. It's why I have to stay home away from people.
I know you at least get to work from home. My whole job is talking to the people.
But at least they're not there.
I know. Thank God they're not there.
Yeah.
Thank God they're not there.
I don't want to talk to them on the phone. We really don't want to do that either. But yeah, no, I'm just going to hang outside with the sheep.
Yeah, the sheep are pretty great.
Yeah.
The sheep are pretty great.
It's such a happier life.
They yell at you a lot. They're very, very chatty, but you don't know what they're saying. So who cares?
No, who cares? Yeah. I just was happier before the internet, and I didn't know how many horrible people there are.
I know. I'm going to ask you the same question this week that I asked you last week.
Okay.
Do you want to keep doing the podcast?
Oh, yeah, absolutely.
Okay.
Yeah. I like some of the weird dumb stuff. This is some weird creepy. This is kind of weird creepy.
Yeah, it's weird
dude's
creepy.
Pretty creepy.
Yeah.
He's a fucking creep.
Yeah.
But he just mostly makes me super angry.
Yeah.
Because there's just right now there are so many of these kind of people that are just really visible.
Yeah.
And it's hard to digest.
That's actually how I felt when we talked about Marv Killdozer, because his whole deal was that he made life as hard as possible for himself by his own actions. Absolutely. And then blamed everybody else for it.
Well, as far as I'm concerned, that's the same with this doctor.
Yeah.
Even though he had an easy life, when he's like, my wife's gonna leave me, and you're like, dude, you did this to yourself.
Yeah.
Somebody wake up and smell the consequences.
Yeah. And that's how I felt with Marv, where I was like, you're a fucking wang. What are you complaining about? So he was kind of one that I was like, God, you make me kind of mad, man.
I totally agree. And Marv, take the money and leave.
Don't do this. God, right?
What the hell?
Take the money and leave. Yeah.
I'm hard pressed to believe there would be any place that had something wrong with it and somebody said, I'm going to pay your way out of this. And I would have been like, no, I'm definitely going to stay.
I agree.
Jesus.
I want to leave you with one thing for this week.
Is it a James Brown quote? Because
but that was really, really good. As it's been said on here, I'm a 911 dispatcher.
Yeah.
I would never, ever talk about
no
that. You can't do
right.
But what I will leave you with is a very vague piece of advice. The advice that I'm going to give you is if you find a pair of poopy pants on the road, please don't call 911. We cannot help you. That's all that's the advice I'm going to leave you with today.
Yeah, that's legitimate. Don't go looking. I'm going to start with this advice. If you see pants on the road,
underwear, to be specific, we're saying pants, but we mean underwear.
Why would you go near them? Yeah. Just stay away from them. No good comes from someone's underwear laying on the side of the road.
Please don't approach them. If you do approach them and find them soiled, please don't call 911. So that's how I want to wrap up today. It's just a little bit of life advice.
Life advice. Don't eat yellow snow.
Oh, no. We don't have to continue.
Okay.
So anyway, we'll see you next week.
Oh, what are we doing next week?
I don't know.
Oh,
I don't know. I'm actually probably going to make you pick.
Okay, that's good. I've got some ideas, not of cases, but of some things I want to try to find in particular.
Okay.
Because we have stuck with it. We have not stuck with it. It's not purposeful at all, but we have a gender that is dominating the weird crime and weird people situation.
I know. And I've been trying to not like point that out too much.
So
but
I'm going to start looking for some other genders.
Yeah. I have a theory about it.
Mm-hmm.
I actually have multiple theories, and some of them are rude, so I'm not going to put them on here. But one theory I am willing to share is that I think with women, when they get pushed to the point that they are going to do a crime that might end up on a show, they just go all out and just like murder and go crazy. Like that's why I think they're harder to find.
That's why Snap exists.
Yeah. It's not that we are trying to shit on men. It's just that you guys just
to quit doing stupid shit.
Y'all do some weird stuff.
It's so weird.
Yeah. Just quit being so weird. And quit being so gross.
Yeah, don't be so gross.
Stop being so gross.
Keep your jeans in your jeans.
Yeah.
Those are words to live by right there.
Yes, those are. That's another piece of life advice. Don't call 911 for poopy pants. Keep your jeans in your jeans.
Yeah. A saint told me that as a high schooler. Saint Mary.
All right, so we will catch you next week. Who knows what we'll talk about? We'll find out then.
Ooh, I'm going to start looking today.
Sounds good.
All right.
Bye.
Bye-bye for now.